Now, before we get into this entertaining video, we would just like to remind you to like and subscribe.
Yes, please do like and subscribe.
Sunflowers! Well, hello there, everyone, and how are you guys today? Well, I'm here because somebody wanted a reading on Liam Hemsworth. So I have this card right here, a male card to represent Liam, and I will shuffle the cards to see what is going on with him. I'm not sure if he has a girlfriend. You guys make this one make sense to me because I'm kind of confused. It says he has a girlfriend, but they keep their relationship private since 2019. And make this one make sense to me if I look this up right and read it right. The math isn't mathing here, but Liam Hemsworth was in a relationship with Miley Cyrus from 2018 to 2020. Yet he's been dating this girl since 2019. Like, it's 2020 when the divorce finalized. Like, can somebody make this make sense? Because the math ain't math in here. So, I'm confused about that one. Actually, I guess for that, I should find the female card to see about this mysterious woman. That's all I got. And she's going to remain mysterious until this math is mathing, because I tried looking it up. I tried like doing a little bit more research about this because I've asked Google. I was just like, when did Liam Hemsworth start dating his current girlfriend? And I was like, okay, well, when did he date Miley? And then just like I said, 2018 to 2020. But then like literally right in the middle of that, 2019, he was in a relationship. And now I see why he would want to keep that relationship private still. But whatever. Maybe he's just a private person. I'm not quite sure. I'm a little confused. So with that, we're just going to start reading on Liam Hemsworth. This card right here. We'll put this card to represent his partner, that his girlfriend that he keeps, that they keep their relationship in the privates. I will put her in once I shuffle up the cards. Okay. Let's see. Well, let's find out. Literally so unfamiliar with Liam Hemsworth. I just know he's part of the Hemsworth brothers. I'm very familiar with Chris Hemsworth, unless Miley dated Chris Hemsworth and not Liam's Hemsworth. Listen, there's too many Hemsworths, and I'm not familiar with what any of them do, honestly. So, but I know Miley. So with that being said, all right, these cards are pretty shuffled. Just one more time, and then we'll slip in his little girl. So the girlfriend, she will be put right here. Now, like I said, I put it towards the top, but it's not like I'm putting her towards the top to make her pop up for real, but like, you know, depends. Wherever she lands is how she shows up, and if she does not show up at all, then that means she's just not currently in his immediate energy that is of his concern. So with that being said, let's just see what's going on around Liam. Interesting. All right. Let me just put those right there. Okay. All right, so let me just shuffle these cards real quick. Alrighty, ready. Get the cards all nice and shuffled. All nice and shuffy. Okay. All right. These cards are telling me they're shuffled. So I will just, that was a lot of cards that just came out. So just to get them shuffled one good last time. All right. In goes his girlfriends. we'll put her towards the top and we'll see if she comes out or not. We put her towards the top enough for her to have the opportunity to show up, or their partner to show up. And if she does not show up, then that just means that she is not within his immediate energy that he is concerned of at this very moment. So let's pull out the cards and see if she shows up. Okay. Oh my. Okay. Well, first off, we got a lot of people cards. A lot of people cards. Well, okay. Y'all make this one make sense, because literally in a T formation, like literally if you could like see a T formation, it's this is literally person card. Not a person card. Person card. So we're just gonna drop the non-person card for a second. Him, even though he's not literally in the middle, so we'll just put that off to the side. Person card. Okay, we'll just hold it up like this. And then like that. People cards. All people. So with that being said, what we're going to be reading about with him is in his current moment. We see a journey, which basically symbolizes going forth. Who knows, maybe he could be doing traveling. I'm sure he travels, but maybe he could be trying to maybe make a move, maybe trying to make a purchase of going somewhere. Because what I see at this very moment, he's expecting something, he's waiting something, maybe traveling to this country or traveling to this place, or maybe doing this thing or doing that thing, whatever Liam Hemsworth is doing at this moment. He is expecting and waiting for an outcome, for an answer. He will be more waiting for an outcome at this moment, because this is his current moment, and he is literally on the move at this very moment in hopes and anticipation that he will get something out of it. Now, like I said, I'm not too familiar with Liam Hemsworth and what is going on in his career space, but what I do see in his past, which I told you guys to make it make sense to me. Hold on, I had the female switch, which I told you guys to make it make sense to me, but apparently the cards are making it make all sense to me, because we have this privileged lady, which I did not mark as his girlfriend, so therefore this has to be another female. And then we have the scythe, which means symbolizing cutting something off, and then we have this card, which I said symbolizes his girlfriend. So essentially, this privileged lady, the other woman, would have to symbolize Miley Cyrus, because in this past, now I know that was literally 4 years ago, and he has been dating his current girlfriend for 5 years now, but really, I'm not sure if the divorce was just recently finalized, because I remember Miley Cyrus had recently made a song called "She Can Buy Herself Flowers," if she wanted. I know that people were saying that was a diss to her to Liam, but I'm not quite sure, because I wasn't following their relationship. However, this would make a lot more sense, because if we think about it like this, he cut off Miley Cyrus, got a divorce, ended their relationship, cut off their connection basically, just so that way he could now be with the girl he is with now. So that's where he's coming from. That makes a lot of sense. But what he is currently going through is now that he has cut off, I know, like I said, they've been dating for 5 years now, but it's 5 years in the making, and he is currently on a journey, and maybe this relationship is different from Miley. I'm not quite sure. They keep their relationship private. I'm not sure if that's something he's doing that's new, because maybe him and Miley were in the public eye, and maybe that's what brought their relationship to the ends, because honestly, once celebrities bring their relationship to the media, it goes to their relationship. Honestly, I don't know what it's honestly because there's too many opinions, too many people, too many voices, too many options to think of, and then sometimes people can sound so convincing that you actually start believing them. So because of that, there's all that energy, especially if there's already something insecure in you, and you maybe side-eyeing something, and like somebody just says something that scratches that like intuitive sense in you that you was already feeling, and then you're just like, I knew it. And it's clearly not, it could have been something else, but it just made sense in that moment. Because of that, maybe this time Liam is learning from his mistakes and is keeping his relationship tight-lipped, okay? So because of that, he doesn't want anything to come in and interfere with his relationship. And honestly, that's how it should be. Because honestly, the public really doesn't need to know who these celebrities are being intimate with in all aspects. So with that being said, and for that reason, maybe he really has put a lot of expectations into this relationship, because he has now cut off and moved on from Miley. And maybe, like I said, he's taking things that he has learned from that relationship and is now applying it to this new relationship, and expectations that it will work, it will grow, and it will last much longer than 1 to 2 years. Because if he started dating his current girlfriend just 1 year shortly after dating Miley, or maybe that's when they could have gotten married in 2018. But all that to be said, because I'm not sure if they literally got, like you say, married, like Lady Crone says, they got married in a fever, kind of quick rush, because if that's the case, in 2 years, you're already dating, married, and divorced. That is actually kind of wild. But that's really wild, especially during the pandemic. Whew. So all of that, and especially because we're all really coming out of this pandemic right now. And maybe Miley and maybe they were good for each other during the pandemic. Thank God they was a little bit booed up during the pandemic, but then they found out it really wasn't going to work between them, because the pandemic really brought ends to relationships. You honestly would think it would bring people together, but it tore people up, okay? So because of that, Liam and Miley just happened to be one of those causes, but don't worry, a relationship had blossomed and bloomed out of this, and now he is making sure he is taking the right precautions and steps in this relationship, so it does not turn out the way his other relationship did. And also, now that we are coming out of the pandemic and had some time to reflect and really go within, which is really what the pandemic was all about, because they wanted us to go in, metaphorically and physically. But all that to be said, now he is moving forward on in his life. That was an old chapter. He is starting a new chapter, and now he's putting all his time and energy into this new love that he has. And because of that, he just wants to keep it like to himself and in his little heart. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. And like I said, he is using this new relationship with his girlfriend as a healing opportunity, because this represents the whip and the broom. And this is going into his future now. What's going to be coming before Liam Hemsworth is growth. Now, you're probably just like, what is he growing from? That's honestly a good question. I want to say Miley, but before growing on from Miley, like I said, like I was saying, all of this, like most of his reading was all about growing, moving forward, and taking what he has learned and applying it to somewhere else. And in that sense, maybe he will find some healing in this relationship. I mean, like I said, he has been in this relationship for 5 years. I'm sure if a 1 to 2 relationship isn't healed by now, I'm not sure what it's going to do to heal that kind of quick romance, especially after 5 years. But like they say, it takes time to heal all love. So not going to judge. But this whip could symbolize the fact that I don't see anything about his career at this very moment because, like I said, there's so many people. So I'm not even focusing on Liam's career. I'm focusing on his love life or just in his life period, because that just seems to be what is honestly, his main focus. So I'm not sure if he is doing careers and acting jobs, and if he is, while he's acting, he's focused on that job, but he's still thinking in his mind, I gotta call my boo. He's thinking about his girlfriend that he has to get in contact with because he just loves her so much. And nothing wrong with that. Okay. He has now, okay, so remember how I said that there's a second man in here, and that's kind of curious, right? Well, we're just going to say because he is on this journey of self-healing, basically, and discovering himself, and who knows, maybe that was a whirlwind, maybe that was one hell of a relationship he was in with Miley, and actually maybe he really kind of maybe did need to heal from that relationship if it was a bad relationship. And if it wasn't a bad relationship, just when you end a relationship and start a new one, you just have to get accustomed to being in a new relationship and being with somebody new and learning them. So it's always a learning curve when you start a new relationship. So because of that, he is taking the time and chance to learn his current girlfriend, even though they've been together for 5 years. I'm discussing this as if they have just started their relationship, but it seems like it's growing and is going to continue growing. And he himself is going to grow, maybe as like they say, he's maybe going to grow as a man and become more of a refined gentleman, as they might like to call it. And because of that, like they say, it's okay to change in a relationship. It's not like you're making changes for your partner. As long as you're changing yourself because you want to change yourself in that person, maybe you like the qualities that they bring out in you, and they are healthy and good positive qualities that they bring out in you that help you grow and develop and not hold you back in life, and actually helps you evolve, then there's nothing wrong with changing because somebody has helped you grow in your life. So maybe that's who this lady is, because I did look her up. I think she is 28. I'm not quite sure. And Liam is 32. So she is up there in age. I mean, she's still in her 20s, but she up there in age. So because of that, maybe she does have maybe a very mature mindset. I'm not sure. I think it says she was like a fashion model and all these things. So because of that, sounds like she's attractive, because models are attractive. But hey, listen, Miley too is also attractive. So Liam Hemsworth is just attracted to attractive women, or who he finds attractive, and maybe he falls in love with their personalities more than their looks, and the physicality just happens to be a bonus. But I'm not sure, and I'm not going to speak for Liam, but I do see that whatever this woman brings into his life, it definitely has made him grow, change, reflect, and try to become a better man. You know what I mean? Because at the very bottom, because this represents his outcome, at the very bottom we have the card that represents his girlfriend. And like I said, he had expectations in what he wants to do in this relationship. And then we have the pathway, which symbolizes now he is on a new path, new trajectory in his life, and basically is on a new path with this new woman. So because of that, and it's been going on for 5 years. And I don't know how many times I have to say that they have been together for 5 years, no matter how much I may be talking about as if this is a fresh new relationship and they're still in lovey-dovey stage. I mean, they could be. I'm not sure how long the new love lasts. They've been together for 5 years, but who knows? Maybe they didn't have that time to enjoy their love like they really wanted to, because he still had to get the divorce and Miley Cyrus completely out the picture before he could really move forward and devote all his time, love, and energy to his current girlfriend. So with that, maybe now that the divorce is really finalized and is completely done and out of the way, now he can change his mindset and really go forward with his life and with this new love. And sounds like they're going strong so far in comparison to Miley. No offense, Miley. So because of that, maybe there's something really here that is sustaining the relationship. And who knows, maybe he really did learn some things or two about himself and maybe how he or what he likes in a woman. Who knows? Maybe he could have learned that too. But what I'm going to pick is one final card to pick as an outcome for what is for Liam Hemsworth's future. Oh, that is great. The Sun card. It's going to be great. Like I said, this relationship, 5 years strong, 5 years and counting. It's going great. He is healing some things. He is on a journey. He has moved forward. He has let go of the past and whatever was attached to him. And now it's just focused on his future and what is before him now that he has this relationship. And who knows, maybe he really found love this time. Or maybe he was able to make it work. Or who knows, maybe he just wasn't mature then. Because who knows, maybe he could have cheated. Maybe he could have been a cheater, pumpkin eater. But maybe from that, maybe he was like that because maybe he just wasn't sure what he wanted. He could have been a little bit indecisive. It can be like that sometimes. And he was just dipping and dabbling, trying to figure out what he wants. Now he finally found who he wants. And maybe could have hurt somebody along the way. But who knows? I'm not sure. Or it could have been vice versa. And Miley was doing that. I'm not quite sure. I didn't follow Miley and Liam Hemsworth relationship, nor do I follow most celebrities' relationships. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. But for Liam's future, it does look sunny side up. And it looks great for him. So love looks great. Career looks like it's going to be good as well. His future looks like it's going to be good. Just everything all around looks like it's going to be good for him. And that's great to hear. Glad to hear his relationship's doing good. Glad to hear that, even though I didn't touch about his career, but it seems like his career is going to be good because when the sun is exposed, it's out. Honestly, who can be sad when the sun is shining? Listen, I know people can be sad when the sun is shining, but the sun just makes you want to feel bright and happy. So, you would have to be like a really Debbie Downer to really down the dumps, depressed, maybe need some help kind of depressed if the sun's not making you shine, especially because the vitamins that's in the sun is supposed to rejuvenate you, especially if you go outside and put your feet in the ground and literally not in the ground, but get barefoot. Get your bare palms of your feet on the ground and really get connected and grounded with the earth. Oh, you sure will be sunny and bright as day. You will start feeling good. Now, maybe you might have to do that a couple times. Or maybe stand with your feet firmly planted on the ground, walk around for a few, maybe a few minutes, maybe 30 minutes to an hour, maybe hours. I don't know, it could be long, but maybe just get your body acclimated, maybe do it a few times. I know I turned this into a whole lesson to be saying how could somebody not be happy and have a sunny disposition when it's sunny outside, because the earth is literally here to revive us and rejuvenate us. And that's why I said there could literally be nothing going wrong. There's always something going wrong, but overall, it doesn't seem like there's anything going wrong in Liam's life at this moment and in the future that is going to be a Debbie Downer. So because of that, it's good and it's all high hopes, and it looks like it's just going to be going up from here in all aspects of his life. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this reading on Liam Hemsworth. I feel like I learned about him and I completely walked in here knowing nothing about him. So with that, except the fact that he dated Miley. And I hope he dated Miley, because the Hemsworths, I'm just so confused with all of them. She could have dated Chris. I have no idea. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. And please give this a thumbs up if you have not gave this a thumbs up yet. And please subscribe if you have not subscribed yet. It would really help the channel. Please and thank you. And leave a comment if there's anybody else that you would like me to read on. Preferably in their 20s. Now, I know Liam is 32, but still, he's close enough to 20. Like, he's just getting out of his 20s. Now, if the person was like 35, 36, or like going more towards 40, like 38, I don't know. I mean, I know I just read on Robert Patterson. Okay, maybe 30s. But like, literally, if they're just don't give me anything too heavy, is basically what I'm saying. Somebody that cannot identify with a bunch of life experiences that comes with age. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this reading and you have suggestions on who you would like me to read on. And with that being said, sunflowers.